So this is a video of a bike ride I did today in Glen Feshie, which is in the Cairngorms. I did it last year, and I saw that there were some tracks that took you up into the mountains, or the tops of the mountains. So I had a look on the maps and sort of worked out which one to go to, and ended up getting to the top of it. The name of the mountain is really complicated to say, so I'll write it in the description. They usually have some strange names, but this one has a very strange one. And it was reasonably easy actually, all the way to the top, apart from the last little bit, and it got so steep. And I've said on these videos before that obviously it's easier on an e-bike, but when it's too steep, if you stop, you won't get going again. And the ground was really loose, so at that point anyway. So it took me. I stopped, so it took me about 5 minutes just to get going again, because I wanted to ride it all, which I did. And yeah, so I got to the top, and the view at the top was amazing. I was going to do this intro video there, but it was too windy at the top, and it would just blow out the sound and everything. And it gave you a good view all around, 360 view of all the mountains and how big, from what I could see of the Cairngorms is. And yeah, so this is the video through the Glen, which is an amazing place to go to. If anyone does watch these and goes to any of these places or thinks to go to the places, do Glen I can't say it going again. Glen Feshie, just on a regular bike, it's really easy, and the surface is just a road. It's really easy to do, and it is an amazing place actually. And then the only bad bit was because it was steep. You often rip your shorts on the bike if it's too steep, and clearly I'd ripped a massive hole on the back of my shorts, which that wasn't the problem, but the problem was I needed to go to the co-op on the way back in wherever it's called in the town, which was very awkward. Walking, I was trying to walk around in very strange ways. So yeah, that was great. But apart from that, this has been a really good bike ride. So this is the video. So one of the good reasons for coming this time of year is the heather. I'm a bit earlier this year, but it is coming out, and there's absolutely loads of it. I mean, these just turned pink. I wish they pretty much are now, but they'll get more than this. And it does make for like stunning photos, and just looks absolutely amazing. So I was going to use my drone, but there's a couple of horses down the end there. Actually, they were here last year, and I got a photo of them with the backdrop down there, which actually came out really well, actually. And yeah, like I said, I've been here before last year. And when you look at these things on the map, it doesn't seem that big, and on the camera, they always look tiny. That doesn't look very big. That's huge. And I think the path goes up that one, so I don't know if this is going to work out or not, but I'm going to go as far as I can, like I said, and see how far I can go up before it becomes either too hard or too dangerous. So I'm crouching down again because of the wind. Hopefully this actually does pick up, but I just came up a really big bit actually, a bit like I did in the Lake District on this lake mine. And there was a chap going down. He looked absolutely terrified. It was really funny. I said hello to him, but he didn't even recognise. He just stared at me like with a face of horror, and then carried on. It wasn't that. It can't be that bad. So I was going up it. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. around here. So that's the top, I think, and that does, again, I know I say many times on here, it won't look very big, but that is quite steep. That's really looking quite steep. Not that I'm nervous, but it's just that does look steep. It's not the going down, it's the going up. That's what's not as easy. I'll give it a go, and maybe have to walk the rest if I don't do it. I don't know. The problem is that you on this bike it's so heavy. If you're not on the maximum setting and you're not pedaling as hard as you can, you won't get going again on that, and then you'll have to push it to the top. So you have to do it in one go. So that's why I'm stopping for a second and rambling here to catch my breath for a minute. And like I said, a lot of people look at these things and think that they're lazy. They're not, especially if you're going up something like that. That's more tiring than normal because, like I said, you can stop. So I got to the top. Actually, it wasn't as bad as it looked, and it wasn't as bad as the Lake District one, but I stopped right halfway up that steep bit. It took me about 5 minutes to get going again. So I got to the top. It's a bit windy, so this may not come out on the audio. That's the top. There you go, you get the little thing there. And the view is pretty good actually. I mean, it's 360 with mountains everywhere, all the way around. And yeah, you just don't realise how high up you come and how quickly you do it as well. I'm going to film going down. It's not going to be fast. It's not an action film going down. I've got too much to carry and I'm not falling off, so but it will give hopefully a scale of the place. Hopefully, or you'll just see me fall off the bike. So one of the two. So yeah, I'm headed back down now, and then I'm going to do the actual photography stuff when I get back down, and then take it easy for the rest of the day.